Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel West Coast Wild Child. Those of you who are new here and you haven't seen my videos before, I have spent the last 1.5 years of my life backpacking the entire world, and it has been an incredible journey, and like it's just too much to put into a few words, but it has been a life-changing journey. And I have quite a few videos already on my channel, so if you are interested to see that, please feel free to check them out and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, like I said, this is the video about Nicaragua, which I spent most of the time traveling together with a new friend I met. And she had a bike, which was very convenient to just get around. Yeah, we did a lot of fun, and yeah, it was just amazing. So I did a hike to Nicaragua's second highest volcano, which me and Eva pretty much decided to, like, the day before when we were eating dinner, like, oh yeah, it sounds like a good idea to do this hike, because a lot of people go to Ometepe Island to do the volcano hike, and we were like, yeah, why not? Like, that sounds perfectly reasonable. I think the volcano is 1,600 meters high, and it takes about 4 hours up and then 4 hours down, so in total it takes like 8 hours. And yeah, for some reason we thought it was a reasonable thing to decide the evening before. And yeah, if you want to see how that went, keep watching. Enjoy! But first of all, we actually need to arrive in Nicaragua, and I took a bus from Costa Rica to Nicaragua, and it was a night bus. I actually don't really remember this bus ride at all, so I guess I must have been sleeping. This is when we arrived in the morning, and from the bus stop in the Rivas I went to my hostel and I made some food, and I talked a lot with the super nice owner, Max, who makes these adorable little welcome cards for everybody that comes, which I thought was adorable. I was still blue and yellow from my first attempt to go surfing, and yeah, I discovered some cool money, and then I went out just a little bit to explore the first night, and then I met Eva, who came to the same hostel, and we ended up traveling Nicaragua together. I also met this lovely Danish couple. They were so cute, and we had 2 wonderful days together. So me and Eva ended up going to Ometepe Island, which is pretty close to Rivas. And there are 2 volcanoes on Ometepe Island. Concepcion is the big one, and the small one I don't actually remember. You can hike both of them. But later on we decided to hike the big one, because hey, why not? I joined Eva to her hostel, and they had this super cool bird that just was free flying around. I googled it and it was a magpie. So this is me and Eva sitting and planning to do the Concepcion hike. Actually, I don't remember what the name means. But yeah, the second highest volcano in Nicaragua is called Concepcion. And it is a very, very tough hike. So the tallest mountain in Sweden is about 2,000 meters. And this volcano is 1,600 meters, which it is hard. It's hard, and it takes a long time to complete. The views are absolutely stunning. This is halfway. So at this point we had trekked 4 hours through jungle, and the last 4 hours are basically to the top. You don't have any shade, and you're out in the open. And when I tell you it was like 100 million billion degrees, like, it was so hot. I have never sweated more in my entire life. So this is close to the very top. There were like flowers and it was just a very green top. I was surprised. You can see here in my face I am regretting everything. And then finally we came to the top and it looked like this. On a clear day like this you have an awesome like 360-degree view over basically the whole island, because Ometepe Island is small and the volcano is super high, so from there you literally see everything. And yeah, what can I say, I was absolutely dying. Like, this was super hard, and I do consider myself being a fit person. I did the Mount Everest base camp the year before, which, to be fair, I had prepared myself a lot more. This was more or less something we did on a whim, but yeah, it is hard. It was a super hard hike, and at this point we still needed to get down. But yeah, what can I say? It's worth it. It is definitely worth it. And before we went down again, we had something to eat. We had to bring snacks and a lot of water. I think I brought like 4 liters, which was heavy to carry, but obviously it got easier the way, like, the more you drank and the further down you got. So yeah. Oh, if you are wondering, so what happened on the volcano? Like, as you can see by the title I put on this video, yes, I did hurt myself. When I went up there, if I was a good sport, she went with me halfway, and it was a super hard hike, and it was definitely way above my current fitness level. Like, I was suffering. I think I had like 4 liters of water, which also was really heavy to carry up there, but I was just like, I have never been sweating so much in my entire life. It was horrible. But yeah, so what happened was that on the way down, like, first of all, it was super slippery because you had like rock, and on top of it you had this like volcanic ashes and small rocks and stuff. Like, it was just super slippery on the surface. And my shoes that I was wearing are like really good shoes, but also they are very shock absorbing, so the sole is pretty soft, which you really don't want when you are in terrain like that. But I guess I did have my hiking shoes actually. I didn't take those for whatever reason. And yeah, so it was super slippery. I fell on my ass so many times on the way down because it was super steep. About 3 to 4 hours on the way down. You actually walk through jungle. And the problem there is that in some places there are like fallen trees, or there are roots, like you can get stuck and fall and basically break your foot if you're unlucky. But so what's happened to me was I fell like backwards, like it was super slippery, and I did a whoop. And when I fell, there was a tree that had fallen. So basically what I did was if this is the tree, I fell, and then this is my foot. I just hit my foot super hard, and like I said, it was going pretty steep down, and I fell and I just hit my foot so hard in this fallen tree, and it was so painful. And at first I was like, fuck, I broke my toe. I was like, I have broken my toe. Like, what am I gonna do? And actually this photo is of me when I had just fallen, and I'm sitting and like trying to put myself together again. I think my guide took this photo actually, because I was falling behind the others a bit. It worked alright to walk the rest down. Like, it definitely hurt my toe. Like, while I was walking, I was like, okay, it's probably not broken, like it doesn't feel that bad. I hit the very front of my big toe. So probably what happened, it was super swollen, is that the nail is actually not that, like, you can push it backwards and injure like this part of the toe. And so I think that's definitely what I did, because this part of my toe, like in the evening, like this part, it was super swollen and like blue purple-ish kinda, and it was just raised. It was like a little like bubble almost. Yeah, the next morning it was worse. It was again super swollen. The whole area here was just red and thick, and again this part was just blue and purple and looked really bad. And usually when it looks like that, it's actually blood down here. And what usually, I would say, happens when your toe looks like that is that your nail is gonna die, because it can't get any nutrition or anything. Like, it got so much force on it and fall off. Because I had that happen to me before when one of our horses stepped on my foot, which was also really painful. But yeah, so basically I could not use my, the sandals I got in Costa Rica, which literally just have a little part over the big toe. Like, I couldn't use those. I had to use my trainers the whole time, which was it was okay, a bit sweaty to be honest, because it was super hot. It hurt a lot, and it got infected. It hurt so bad that I couldn't sleep. And luckily for me, I had a cream with antibiotics in it. So I put it like all around the nail, because also I didn't know if I maybe had a small wound somewhere. And if you get in dirt there, like around the nail, like it can get really ugly really fast. So I just put the cream like all around the nail basically to keep anything from festering. And it worked. After, I think I used the cream for like 2-3 days, and I think on the third day, it definitely felt better. It was still swollen, it was still a bit hard to walk. Yeah, what you gonna do? So this footage is actually the last stretch of the volcano hike that I did. And at this point when we were here, we had like an hour left. I was so severely dirty, and also I managed to burn my arms because I literally sweated off the sunscreen multiple times. I had a great dinner because I thought I deserved that. And the next day I met up with Eva again. And she had the cutest little kitty in her hostel, and we went for breakfast. And yeah, because I was severely sore and also my foot hurt after the hike before, we stayed in and just chilled at the hostel. We had great food, we hang out at the pool, just talking nonsense, having a chill day. It was actually really, really nice. Later in the evening, we wanted to see the sunset because we had just been chilling the whole day, and we were like, okay, watching the sunset seems like a chill enough activity to do. So we actually drove down to the harbor, which was not a long drive at all, with the bike, and we enjoyed the sunset. I tried some yoga. I was so sore, I don't know how I even got into that pose. And then we went for cocktails because why not? We deserve this. We hiked a bloody volcano. And yeah, this is an update on my toe. It doesn't look as bad on the video that it actually did. So this is the next day. This is me taking the bus to San Juan del Sur, which is a beach town, if you will. Like, if you want to go to the beach, snorkel, swim around, and also do some nice hikes, then this is a really nice place. My foot was hurting really bad, so I had it propped up on someone's sack of potatoes. And this is the hostel I went, and the next day Eva came with the bike, and we had an amazing day on the beach. I had not initially planned to go here, or did I? I don't even remember. Anywho, we had a great time here. We had beer, we played some darts. This is the best round I played, which I'm pretty proud of. And then we watched another sunset, which sunset just hit different when you're on the beach, at the sea, when it's warm, and also when you're together with a friend. I would say that makes for sure the biggest difference. I found a little seashell, and yeah, this evening was just magical. It was so nice. And update, gross toe, it looked like this at this point. And the next day we went to a lookout on San Juan del Sur. This is the first day where I could moderately walk again. And I was like, you know what, why not? Let's do this little hike. Maybe I feel better afterwards. Got some matching bracelets. I think sadly both of us lost them. And yeah, it was great. And the next day, because we were going a bit faster here, I took the bus to Granada, which I was also going to meet up with Eva, but the problem was always that we couldn't really go together on her bike because my backpacks didn't fit. So I went ahead, and Eva would usually meet up with me later. This is the first tuk-tuk I've seen in a while, and it was so fun. This is the room where we stayed together for once, and to celebrate our reunion again, we got some nice food. It was nice. What can I say? It's just great to travel together with someone, like, especially if it's someone you vibe really well with. You don't even need to do that much, to be honest. Like, you're gonna have a good time no matter what. This is like the center of Granada. They had so many carriages with horses standing in the heat. I felt very sorry for them actually, but what you gonna do? We had some more food, and I bought a t-shirt on one of the markets, which I love. Then we did some cooking, and we tried to see volcano, or I really wanted to see lava, which was closed, and like you can see, I handled that really well. To get over this huge disappointment, we decided to go to let me see, what was the name again? Laguna de Apoyo. And Eva was just a champion riding on these roads. I think we took a wrong turn somewhere, but she drove the bike so well, so I wasn't worried. This was just a super cool place. It was like a hotel and a restaurant, I believe. And yeah, we spent some nice quality time here. We had some drinks, some chill time. We were swimming a lot. It was beautiful and gorgeous and everything I wanted. Then sadly I had to say goodbye to Eva. I went to the main capital. My toes still look like this, and I just spent one night in the main capital, and the next day I flew to Colombia. This is actually a picture of Panama City where I had a stopover, but this is Colombia, but more about that in the next video. So there you have it, you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. And for those who are interested what happened to your big toe, yes, I had to cut it off, literally. I believe like 2 months after this happened. And it never became really loose. Like, I was trying now and then, like if I could get it off, but I couldn't really. It got infected, I think, 3 more times. And it is because like the nail was loose. So I think it just irritated like the side of the toe because it was kind of going against it all the time. But still it wasn't like loose enough that I could like take it off. So like 2 months into it I was like, okay, this is stupid now. So I took a really hot shower and I took my small scissors and I just bit for bit cut it off, and it worked great. Thank you, Eva, for being my partner in crime for those 2 weeks. The next video is gonna be about Colombia, which I was for about also 2 weeks, I believe. And if you're interested to see Colombia, then stay tuned, and thank you for watching. Bye!